are now tuned into Sparring with my man Charlie Hustle. Chef Manny Topic. It's the mirror time. Can't forget High Tower, aka High Tower. And on the ones and twos, your boy off the record, Mr. BNK. We got sports, current events, social issues, main topics, mirror time, and much more. Let's get it.
Fellas, was really good.
Was really, really good.
Y'all held me down last episode, man. Your boy appreciates that. You know what I mean? But now I'm back. I'm gonna take the front spot right here for y'all tuned in. We appreciate y'all joining us. This is Sparring Minds. This is your boy Charlie Hustle, aka Hot Tub Tony, aka Two Tone. It's me, man. It's Charles.
High Tower here. What's going on, yo?
I don't know what to say about this shit. This is Sam Little, Mr. Maritime.
Hey, last but not least, Chef Main Topic. Let's get it.
I appreciate y'all holding me down, man. That was a good show. I can't believe y'all was talking about the GOAT MJ without having the boy involved in that, man. Like
I didn't realize you was gone, fam. I didn't even realize you was gone.
You know more than 5 MJ songs, cousin?
I ain't gonna do that.
Don't sit me live like this, dog. That's crazy.
But Chuck, you seen who did you pick? Who did you pick? I think you're the only one out of
Mike,
three.
landslide.
Mike in the landslide?
Landslide.
You see, this is why you can't be on that show. See, we did the right thing doing that topic without you. Landslide.
I was listening to y'all votes, and I was like, these niggas is bugging. I wish I was there. Swear to God, I wish I was there.
Listen to this joker.
Get the fuck out of here. So we got a great episode lined up for y'all. We appreciate y'all joining us. Before we even dive into anything, we want to do a couple of salutes. Salute to my homie Sammy's brother who just came home. Fuck that. He didn't want to bring it up, but I'm bringing it home because it's an important thing. It's dope when black people get out of those fucking holding cells and back out into the streets. So we salute you, King. Welcome home.
Salute, Mook.
Come on, man. Welcome home, King. We appreciate you. We want to salute the IG model who ensured that the Phoenix Suns went unbeaten in the bubble and was also fucking the whole roster and sucked 7 dicks at the same time.
Jesus.
And swallowed everything.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Salute to you. Salute to you. Salute. That's independence right there. You force, show your independence, ma. You don't need no man. You got it. Like, take care of it.
She came up big. She came up real big.
Hot Tub Tony on a roll. Look at this.
Sis, man. Yo, listen, we were talking about Devin Booker playing out of his mind. Now we know why. So salute to her, man. She just made that nigga a couple $100 million. So salute to this chick. I don't even know her name, honestly. But I don't know if it matters much. I doubt the dudes from the Suns know her name. So we'll move on. So my last salute is to the last salute is to the police, the investigators, the law enforcement who were able to bring to justice the villains in the Jam Master Jay case. Maine, give me some details on that, brother.
So finally, after 18 years, there's been some closure to this situation. And it just seems like it's been rumors with so many people like being involved in this situation for a long time. And these people got buzzed into the studio. So clearly it was somebody knew, you know what I'm saying, to get that close to the situation. I'm just glad that justice has been served in this situation, and shout out to one of the guys, so we giving shout outs to, I'm gonna bring up an old school name. I don't know if you know him, but Greg Watford.
Yeah.
He went to Dorchester High with us, right?
Yeah.
So Greg was related to Master Jay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cousin or was uncle something. Excuse me for messing that part up, but I definitely know that they were related.
Yeah.
So salute to that situation, and salute to my man Greg Wofford and,
Okay.
and the family and everybody finally getting closure on that.
Yeah.
The 18 years. That's such a long time to kind of have that hanging over your head when you might have an idea who's the person that's responsible for killing your loved one. You know what I mean? So glad that they've been brought to justice.
And you
Salute,
see
Jam
them.
Master J.
Yeah, salute to Jam
Word up.
Master, obviously. You see them walking the streets. You know what I mean? Like, it's terrible. It's a terrible case for the family, so we're glad they got that justice.
Definitely. Salute to that.
So that's it for the salutes. We'll move on, but Sparring Mind is always going to salute exceptional happenings, and so that's just the start of that. We're going to do that a lot more moving forward. We want to shine a light on good things out here. I know we talk a lot of shit, but we do want to shine a light on some good things that's happening. So none better than the Jam Master J case. The IG Mob's a close second, but none better than that. So we'll move on to the comedy bracket that's happening right now. And I'm gonna tell you something else out here, B. Like, I know I've been complaining about the people who's putting the votes, and then y'all keep saying, "Yo, Chuck, stop complaining about the people voting. Like, they're gonna get mad, they're gonna get pissed off, right?" And I said, "All right, I'm gonna chill on rational people who's voting wrong. I'm gonna start that shit later, because right now these motherfuckers who's voting is continuing to cost me matchups, B, and this shit ridiculous, fam. This shit's ridiculous. So right now, we got The Wood versus Don't Be a Menace while drinking juice in the hood. And the Wood's losing as it should have done the last round.
Definitely.
But what happens here now is we got this bum-ass movie moving on.
Yep.
Don't Be a Menace is not that good of a movie, bro. It's not that funny, but it's moving into the fucking final four now because of the bullshit that Samuel pulled with The Wood.
It was decent. It was decent.
Right. You're talking about a movie that shouldn't even been in the bracket to begin with.
It was funny, man.
The fuck out of here. You know
it was funny, man.
Salute to all those people that voted for Don't Be a Menace. Let's get The Wood all the way the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So salute
I
to
hear
the
a bunch
people
of hurt fellas. Man.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
It's horrible.
And the second matchup we had, this is actually a very good matchup, and it's unfortunate that it just got paired up this early. But Life versus Friday, you can't lose either way.
Yes, you can.
Well, not, bro, listen. I was just telling wifey earlier, Life is a fucking classic, B. And it's funny from beginning to end. And not only that, it got 6 different motherfuckers who made you laugh in that movie. Friday, you remember 2, maybe 3 things from Friday. That's fact.
That makes it a better movie.
Makes it a better movie.
Nah,
Yeah.
man. Life
They did more with less.
Life was amazing throughout. Friday had 2 legendary scenes, and y'all go crazy about.
Oh, you're bugging.
I like Friday, but without dude running to the car after he got his chain snatched. Without that,
grandma gave me that chain.
That's a meme
that
will never go away.
Yo, without that, like, it shouldn't be any competition with Life. So, but anyways, Friday's destroying Life right now. So,
listen, Friday had more quotables than Life. Period.
Yeah. Yes, that's a fact.
Period.
Factory.
Yeah, you're right.
Hot tub, sip on that Corona hot tub.
Yeah.
You're right. Listen, I think Life is a better overall film, but the votes are in. The votes say something different. So, we'll bow down to that.
Keeping it real, I actually thought that would be a lot closer than it actually is.
Oh yeah, it should be.
Especially that match. I thought that would be closer than, you know what I mean? I'm a little surprised at that. But hey, I'll take 2 teams moving on.
Oh shit.
Final 4, same thing. We're looking like the same thing again, baby.
Come on. It's total bullshit that bridesmaid got. Anyway, so we appreciate y'all votes. Y'all keep those votes coming in. We're gonna get some more matchups for y'all up on the site real soon. So y'all stay tuned for that. Sports, man, we got a pretty hectic sports atmosphere around us right now. We gotta start with Maine's guy, Luka. And that loss yesterday to the Clips. Yo, he's impressed me, dog, and he's gonna be a stud. If he's not already, to me, he's top 5 in the league, easy.
Yeah.
Right now, Probably so. I mean, it's hard to, I think when everybody gets back healthy, like when Durant and Curry and all those guys come in, I think he'll still be in the top 10. I won't say top 5, but I think he definitely has a top 10 case. Yeah. But forget Luka for a second. I mean, like, you got Donovan Mitchell that went off for 57 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, in his first game, Jamal Murray had 36. The Joker had 30. Like, it was a couple. The Clippers and Mavs game was the last game of the night. But, that Nuggets and Jazz game was pretty good. The Celtics game was pretty good. I know Chuck hates the Celtics, but whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Gordon Hayward's out for a month.
3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah, 4 weeks. I didn't see the injury. Was it the same ankle?
They say it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't, but it didn't look good.
Yeah.
So
prayers up to Gordon Hayward. Even though I'm not a fan, it's still, you don't want to see nobody get injured. So salute to him on a speedy recovery.
Right.
I mean, even with that said, Tatum and Jalen went nuts yesterday for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Listen, not to make light of a bad situation, but isn't this why they say white man can't jump?
Stop it, and show some class. That's terrible, man.
Yo,
I expect that from Sammy or somebody, but not Mr. PC Hightower B. But that's terrible, man.
Every time he jumped, he get injured. What's going on here?
He stepped on Tyson's ankle. They were all going for a rebound. He stepped on Tyson's ankle. So he was playing really good. Man. He was playing good at that point, so it kind of sucks. But what I just want to say is that, the league is in really good shape with so much young talent.
Yeah.
It's spread out, too. It's spread out.
Right.
And I like that. I like that. I like that there's parity, that there's not all the talents loaded up on the 6 teams, No.
The talent is definitely spread out throughout the league, no question. All this young talent coming from college early, by the way, to all this young talent, not a bunch of seniors. Shout out to Dame Lillard. And he wasn't even a senior. I'm sorry, he was a junior. So, yeah, shout out to all this young talent that came out of school early and that's putting on shows. You know what I mean? All those guys yesterday that played really well were all young talent.
I'm not doing this.
Jamal Murray.
Porter.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
I'm not doing
this. Porter's impressive, man. Porter's impressive. 6'10".
Came out early. Just saying.
Question. But see, now when LeBron steps away from the game, that opens up everything out west. Because you got guys at his neck already.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Well, does it really open up? I mean, you would assume the Clippers are going to step right into that role, don't you?
Nah, they look kind of shaky.
Well, I think it's this season's a little weird. You got to give them some credit because they was doing well, and they even had injuries pre stoppage of work. But come on, the Clippers are in good shape for the next 3 years.
But they're all back. They're all back, and they're in great shape. But I don't know. They're still kind of shaky to me. They didn't really play that well yesterday. I don't think they didn't play up to the caliber I thought they should have against the Mavs. And Porzingis, you got ejected.
Yeah.
And they barely won.
Yeah. Well, Kristaps had, 14, 16? He wasn't, lighting the game on fire, but I understand he's the number 2 option. So.
Yeah, he's the number 2 option.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Porzingis.
And then you got to remember size. I mean, he's 7 foot. I mean, he does, deflect some shots here and there. He makes it kind of hard.
It's interesting. I didn't realize it, but both he and Luka are averaging 30 and 10. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. I mean, even with Golden State when they were on their huge runs, their best 2 players were averaging 30 apiece. I don't know when we've ever seen that.
TMZ?
Nah, yeah.
No.
We've seen it since then.
Who?
Yeah.
Well, 2 guys averaging 30 plus. I don't know when.
Shaq and Kobe were up there close.
Not 30.
What about Westbrook
right now,
and
what's Westbrook and Harden? They're up there.
Yeah, last year.
But I wouldn't say Westbrook was over 30. It might have been high 20s. I'd like to look at that and see. But either way, not to delve too far, it was a really tremendous stat that stood out to me.
Yeah.
So salute to that.
Lot
There's some games going now, right, man?
Those are upset today.
The Bucks got upset by the Orlando Magic earlier without Aaron Gordon. I mean, listen, I'm not on the Bucks train this year. I actually think the Bucks are going to lose the next round. They get by the Magic. I think they're going to lose to the Heat the next round. Anyways, so and now rumors are starting to circulate that if this goes sideways in Milwaukee, the Greek Freak is out the next year out west to go join Clay and Steph and those boys.
That's horrible.
The rumors are out there, and if the Bucks lose, I hate to say it, but like, stranger things have happened. Okay,
that's crazy.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
So we don't even want to.
We just talked about the beautiful nature of having parity in the NBA, with stars lined across the globe, and now you're talking about, the MVP going to joining. Come on, man. And this sounds like a broken record because we just had this conversation a couple years with Durant doing the same shit. So, we'll see. We'll see. I wonder how dudes are going to play this differently than when Durant went. Because it's the same thing to me.
We're about to go somewhere else.
Not even close. Not even close. Let's move on.
What? The best player going to join Steph and Clay is not the same thing.
No, that's not.
Nope.
That's not why it's an issue for Durant.
Right. It's a difference.
We're not gonna do that today. We'll do that some other time. But it's
if the Bucks lose to the Lakers and go to the Lakers, then we have a discussion.
No, it's not. And for y'all who think that, you missed the whole point of it all. You missed the point. The point of it is that this is a guy who can individually carry his team to a finals, but rather say, no, I'd rather join someone else. That's the core of the whole matter.
Well, I mean, you can play
who you
that,
lost to and all that kind of stuff is irrelevant. If you can do it yourself, do it yourself. Don't run and seek help from someone on a loaded team already. That's chips. That's why you should be mad at Durant, not because, they just beat him, so he said it. That's borderline irrelevant. We're about to go somewhere else. Man.
They were up 3-1 in the series.
Yeah, I understand.
Always dial that back. You cannot skate past that part. They were up 3-1 in the series, and Durant left. It's a different scenario, but it will be whack either way. I'm not saying it will be great. I'm just saying that it's not the same thing as Durant. But we don't even want to go in there. We're gonna do a whole all sports show and kind of delve into that.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
There's games going on right now, and just including a spicy one with OKC and the Rockets and old teammates Harden and CP3. So yeah, that should be really good because there's no love lost between those guys. So gotta love it. But back to Capo.
Yeah, well, that's a good wrap for the sports right there. I mean, a little drama between CP3 and James Harden. But let's move over to something different. I know, Sammy, we was talking in the pre-show, and you got a pretty interesting request, huh?
Yeah, I got a real interesting inbox earlier today. Someone wanted to know, actually they basically wanted us to answer, what are non-sexual things that turn you on? So, hosts, I'm going to swing it to you and let you start this off.
Non-sexual things that turn me on. Hightower, take that. Give me a second, brother.
All right.
I like a lady's drive, man. Like if I know she's, can hold me down regardless of, what I'm going through. That means a lot. Does it get me ready to, turn off the lights? No, that's a little different, but it does kind of give me a warm feeling of closure, knowing that, I can fall back and somebody got me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure the answer to the question because that question sounds a little X-rated, but
Well, it said non-sexual, so I want, it can't be too X-rated.
yeah,
What do you
but
think,
I
man?
mean, he said turn on.
I probably piggyback off a high tower, and just like along the same lines, just say like ambition. You know what I'm saying? Turns me on, and good credit. Good credit. Good credit. Good credit.
Let me see your credit karma. Let's just see something real quick.
I'm just saying good credit turns me on. You know what I'm saying? Wifey came to me the other day. She was so excited. She was like, maybe my credit score jumped up, and I got excited. You know what I'm saying? For her. Like that. Yeah. So that good credit, because that means that we're working towards something, you know what I'm saying, better for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So absolutely, that's something that ambition, don't get me wrong, pride, that kind of stuff too. Just someone that kind of knows what they want in life, and then again will have your back, like no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And not be afraid to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, or to tell other people, around you or who know you, you know what I'm saying, family, friends, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? And my lady definitely makes sure that she does that, like a lot. Sometimes it'll catch me off guard with her even saying it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
You know something? I think I got two. And let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it as a group, right? So the first one is a woman who stands up for her man. Now, to me, there are often times when, let me rephrase that. We're going to rewind it. Sparring minds, listeners, don't worry about what I just said. We're going to rewind that. Okay.
Yes, please.
So there are rarely times when I am wrong. However, on those rare occasions when I am wrong, I like my girl to be like, wrong with me. Like, it just showing me that she's a ride, like she got me, like we're not gonna look, we're gonna do everything together. And I really appreciate that kind of shit. She's a stand-up chick for that. Like, if I go out and I'm talking to you dudes, and I'm like, yo, the sky is purple and blah, 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 blah. And you niggas are like, what the fuck is Chuck talking about? But my girl like, yeah, nigga, the sky's purple. You didn't hear what he said? Like, we going right to the room. Like now it's gone somewhere else. Like that's an A+ turn on. The fact that we can be wrong or right, but we're doing everything together. That's choice. The second one I have is a woman who shows submissive tendencies, right? So a woman who understands when to shut up sometimes, a woman who understands that, having a man and treating that man in a certain manner is important. And you notice it now a lot more because so many women aren't. So many women don't really care about being submissive. They don't care about allowing a man to lead. They don't care about head of household and terms like that. So when you see and you can spot it in a woman in the way they talk, and I think that's a really big turn on for me. It's just kind of how women who know how to fit into a relationship. I think that's super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Good one.
Okay. That's dope.
Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do for the sake of time. Let's take that to the Facebook page, right? And we'll continue the conversation over there. So for everybody who's tuned in, let us know what kind of non-sexual turn-ons you're interested in. I think that's something we can continue online. Don't y'all think?
Sure.
Are we gonna allow Sammy to answer?
I mean, he's the host. I mean, I guess he wanted to, move on.
Sammy, please bless us.
I mean, that scarf on too tight.
Yeah. We ain't gonna talk about that. Right?
Yes,
is it wrapped up in the back?
But he matches. Yes. He matches though. He matches.
Oh, come on! Come on! Always coordinate. Don't even worry about that. That's guaranteed.
I keep turning to the side. I'm like, it looks like a bun in the back. But
yeah, it did.
Come on, man. I just got off the pool. My hair's wet. Pardon me, brother.
I thought he was T-Pain for a minute there. I thought he was T-Pain.
Sammy, what's the answer, man? Non-sexual turn-ons. Holla at me.
A woman with goals and the drive to get those goals. I mean, you guys said just about everything, you know. But yeah, a woman with goals and that has that drive to actually go out there and get those goals completed.
Yeah, I guess I just kind of have a little fault with women with goals, and I'll talk about it more online. I think I'll jump in the comments, but it's just like, so now you're gauging how good her goals are, right? Like, so if her goal was to get a GED, is that okay? Like, y'all have that's a turn on for y'all? I doubt it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's subjective, man, because it depends on where she came from.
All y'all have set goals and that kind of thing, and I'm just like, why is that something that's so
ambition? I mean, I can't say having ambition is a goal.
Yeah.
I can't say that. I don't think
slow dough is better than no dough.
Church.
Money's not my thing. Oh, we're gonna move on. We'll jump on that in the comments. We're gonna talk some more about that. Yeah, we're gonna do that online. We got some things lined up. So let me hit y'all with something real quick. So now listen, if y'all have tuned into our show for any length of time, you know that I often jump off track and go into my own kind of conversations, right? So before we do that, fellas, I didn't even tell y'all real quick. We have a sponsor for the show. How real is that? Y'all excited about that?
Wow.
Depends on the sponsor.
Come on. All right, so we're gonna play a drop from a sponsor, right? This is like breaking news. Like, my niggas ain't even excited about it. I'm super excited about it. We're gonna play a drop from the sponsor, and then we're gonna come back with a brand new segment of Sparring Minds. So y'all stay tuned. We're not going nowhere. Y'all gonna hear the drop for the first time, just like my guys are gonna hear the drop for the first time. They've never heard this. We're gonna play the drop. I'm super excited. Y'all stay. Listen to this.
What are you doing over there, hot tub?
So we are brought to you by Soul Glow, a legendary product. Y'all go ahead and pick that shit up for your spouse, for your significant other. Get them right. Come on, man. We're in comedy season around here. You heard me? So come on, man. We gotta keep up with that. You dig? Come on, man. Sparring Minds. This is what you tuned in for. You dig? You tuned in for us to be able to give you the comedy. Come on, man. You can't get a better sponsor than Soul Glow, man. So that's dope.
Shout out to Soul Glow.
Come on, man. Shout out to Soul Glow, you dig? So,
motherfucker, I ain't even got no hair for Soul Glow. Fuck out of here.
But so that Soul Glow drop is gonna lead me into apologizing to my guys, right? I had to apologize for doing that. Like that's just crazy, right? But the segment is gonna be a regular segment on Sparring Minds. It's called Sparring Minds Forgives, right? Pretty simple. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read these fellas a couple of global apologies made recently, and I'm gonna ask them whether we accept the apology or not, right? So here's the first one. Y'all ready for me?
Let's do it.
Ellen DeGeneres has recently apologized to her staff for alienation of affections and treating them in a manner that's unbecoming, right? She said that there are people amongst her staff who felt that she may be a little rude or a little short with them, and she totally apologizes, right? This is after 3 of the producers were fired from the show. Hightower, do we accept Ellen's apology?
Nah. Get Ellen out of here.
Sammy, we accepting Ellen's apology.
Get Ellen the fuck out of here, man.
Man, come on. We accepting Ellen's apology, bro. This is Ellen. Like, y'all used to love Ellen.
Get Ellen the fuck out of here. 3 for 3 on this. Get Ellen the fuck out of here.
All right, so Sparring Minds is officially saying, Ellen, fuck out of here with that bum ass apology. Get you the fuck out of here. So we're gonna move on. The British Broadcasting Network has apologized for allowing the N-word to be used on the air. There was an article, a news story in England, where a black man was attacked in a racist, violent act. And the network decided, in order to keep the authenticity of why this man was attacked, they needed to say the word nigger on the episode. Jermaine, are we accepting the apology from the British Broadcasting Center?
Absolutely, positively not. Get them all the way the fuck out of here.
Sammy, are we accepting the apology from the BBC?
So they just wanted to say nigger.
Well, they've apologized for allowing that. That's what they've done. So they said, no, we're sorry, we made the wrong move. But initially they allowed it because they wanted to make sure the story was authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Authentic. Nah, I'm all set. Yeah, they can keep it stepping, man.
All right, Tower, are we accepting the apology from the BBC?
Oh, shit.
Well, let's add clarity to the story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm familiar with the story. Let's add
There we go, my man.
The issue isn't just the N-word in itself. The issue is they allowed a white reporter to use the N-word. So because of that, you got to get these dudes out of there. Out of there.
If it was a black reporter, would you have allowed it?
That's what the
Of course. Why not?
You would have allowed it, huh?
Why not? Listen, the only people who are going to say it are black folk.
Yeah.
So if you ain't black, and then don't be saying it. Simple as that.
In a related nigger situation, right? Radio broadcaster John Falk of the Charlotte Hornets tweeted last night, and I lost my notes. Pardon me, I'll paraphrase for you. Who the Nuggets play last night?
Utah.
The Jazz.
John Falk said, boy, this Jazz niggers game is really great.
Oh.
What?
Apparently, John meant to type in Nuggets, but wrote nigger instead. Here's what I'll challenge you to do. Real quick. Take your phone out, go to Facebook, type in the word nigger, Nigger. I spell it for the white folks who are watching. Type it into Facebook and see what comes up. The recommended word is nuggets. So the mistake sounds possible.
Yeah, that sounds possible. I'm looking at the keyboard now.
The apology of John Falk.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
Nope.
You know what? This was staged, and I could say that because he just wanted to get that off. And because Nuggets does come up, he used that as an alibi. Like, I'm going to go ahead and get this off. But I could say that Nuggets is the backup. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Sammy, are we accepting the apology of John Falk?
John Fox is just that, a sly fox, man. Nah, apology not accepted, cuz.
Mano. Chef, we accepting the apology of John Falk.
We Dikembe Mutombo, Ben Wallace at the rim. If you going up for a block shot, no. He's Dikembe Mutombo, man.
Yo, we gotta accept some apologies, fellas. We can't just be goons and not accept anything. Let me give you a couple more. After Xi'an Fried Beef in Hong Kong has issued an apology for weighing their customers upon check-in. According to the Hong Kong news, Xi'an Fried Beef required everyone to step on a scale when they came in the building and then gave them a menu commensurate to their weight. If you weighed 250 pounds, you got a salad menu. If you weighed 140, you got a meat and potatoes menu. Sammy,
I,
are we accepting the apology of the Xi'an fried beef restaurant in Hong Kong?
I accept. I accept. I accept. I accept it. I accept it.
Tomato, are we, chef? Come on, baby, this is on you. Are we accepting the apology of the Xi'an fried beef restaurant?
So I like the term behind it. I do like that, right? But if I'm coming to your restaurant to eat what I want, who are you to tell me what I'm supposed to eat? Right? Get them the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Man, they just looking out for your best
Help
interests.
you out, man.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get them the fuck out of here.
Hightower, come on, man. Can you accept one apology today, brother? Are we accepting the Xi'an fried beef apology?
How long has this practice been in place?
I can't tell you, King.
You know the politician.
Because if there's something that's been like a long-standing tradition, and then they just finally got called out, that's one thing. But now,
Yeah.
if this is something that they did on the cuff because they've seen an influx of heavier patrons, then that's the issue. But in any event, you gotta get them out of there, man.
Yeah, get them the fuck out of here.
Okay, so listen, Sparring Minds, I'm trying to get these guys to be apologetic. I'm gonna give them one more chance to let one of these apologies fly. Here's the last one, fellas. So Zoe Saldana has recently apologized for depicting a role of Nina
Simone.
Nina Simone.
Thank you, Hightower.
Yeah.
In a recent film, I'm not sure when the film came out, but she's recently apologizing for this. Now, Nina Simone was an African American woman with skin much like my own. Zoe Saldana, however, is of Puerto Rican and Dominican descent with skin much lighter. She had to literally go into blackface and also get a fake nose put on to adapt to the role of Nina Simone. She went on to say in her apology that she wishes she would have helped put an African American woman into the role and make it a little bit more natural. Jermaine, this is our last chance. Do we accept the apology of Zoe Saldana?
Okay, so I guess I'm going into Hightower mode. Why didn't the directors cast a black woman for that role if that's the case? If they wanted more authenticity, you know what I'm saying? She's an actor. I mean, you get paid to act. You get paid to take on roles that are outside of the norm, outside of the box. You know what I mean? So I don't really think she needed to apologize for that. So get her the fuck out of here for even acting like she had to apologize about something, because I'm not what is she apologizing about? Like, get her the fuck out of here for attempting to apologize about some shit she don't need to be apologizing about. Okay? So I love you, Colombiana, but get you the fuck out of here for apologizing for no reason.
Sammy, come on, man. Are we going to accept Zoe's apology?
I accept their apology because she has my daughter's name, and she really didn't need to apologize. Okay. She really didn't need to apologize. I mean, it is what it is, man.
Hightower, last chance. Do we accept the apology of Zoe Saldana?
Nah.
Oh, shit.
Nah. One
of the forgiving guys.
I get that, she didn't need to apologize, but she also didn't need to take this role. If she felt a way about it, you can't really play the hindsight 2020 in this case. It's like, the role way in advance. You know who she is. You know what you got to do for it. And if there was any feelings of not feeling worthy enough to play the role, you step away. You don't collect the check and do all this stuff and then say, oh, you know what, I shouldn't have done this. Like, that's not how the game go.
I guess it's strange because, like, you dudes are all about chasing the money, chasing the check. Like, why would she turn down the check?
I don't believe she should have turned down the check, but nah, I don't know. These guys usually shit. They're the forgiving guys.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're against it.
so what you've just witnessed
Don't
is
make sense.
I
Don't
know.
make sense. Doesn't
So-
make, to me, it doesn't make sense.
This was the premiere segment of the Sparring Mind Forgives. We'll do this a little bit more often, but I think it's also, it's an activity for us to be more forgiving. Now, me, I'm the type who's always forgiving. The rest of my guys here, they need some work with that, as you've just seen. So I
It's
think
horrible.
we'll work on their personality some. We'll work on trying to get them to be a little bit more, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
work on them. We'll work on them. So we
Work on
got
that
two.
battery, brother.
That's not, that's another thing, real quick. That's not motherfucking me. So real shit. We edited the episode. Now listen, if y'all tuned in, it wasn't last week. I had gotten cooked for this fucking carbon monoxide battery, right? Now I just immediately took ownership of it because it's normally my shit going off.
Yeah.
It's not mine, brother. It's one of you niggas that shit's going off on. As soon as these episodes end, that shit don't chirp at all. So I know it's one of you dudes, man. But y'all sat that whole episode and watched me get cooked for it and didn't say a motherfucking thing. No one is going off right above your head. That's some fucked up shit, dog. Y'all dudes is villains, B. Yeah. So, for the record, it's not your boy that got the carbon monoxide endangerment at his house. It's not me. I'm good over here. Fuck out of here. So we had two topics lined up for today. It's a pretty good show. I think what we'll do is let's jump into Sammy. You got something for me, so let's do that first, and then we'll follow that with a main topic. Let's go that way. So what you got for me, Sammy?
All right. I mean, why not? All right. So earlier today, actually yesterday, I was, checking out a little. What was it? A little debate, and I put my 2 cents in, and I thought it was a good idea to bring it to you guys. And so, well, here goes. Girl calls a man, says her car broke down and she's stranded. There's no buses or trains going at that hour. It's 3:00 in the morning. So she calls him. He has the car. And she asks him to come pick her up. She tells him where she's at, which is an hour away. He says he can't. He says his 80-year-old son's home, asleep, and he didn't want to, take him out at that hour. Now her options are taking a $200 Uber. And she now the question is he wrong for not coming out, or is she mad for no reason? So, I'll swing that to Maine.
So what does she do that she's out at 3:00 in the morning for?
Yeah.
What's going on right there? I think that's the most important part to start off with. Like, what's happening at that hour that you're out for, to be out somewhere? You're by yourself, like.
And it's COVID.
This is an extremely layered question because there's just so many things I have. And again, why is she out 3:00 in the morning? Is she, you know what I mean? Like, by herself somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not really sure how to, I mean, and again, okay, so then my next question would be, well, is that their kid together? Like,
no,
you know
that's his kid. That's his kid with someone else. That's his kid with someone else.
I guess in any event, I mean, I will probably take the hit on the Uber or whatever, but I feel like when you get home, like this, that's just the start of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on that you're out there that late? Where are you coming from? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much more to that, because how are you just randomly out at 3:00 in the morning alone. You coming from work? Like, because if you're coming from work, like let's say you work overnight, let's say you work overtime, whatever the case may be, then that's a different scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We would already know that. I would already know that it will be set up. Okay, the alarm goes off this time. Hey, listen, little man, come on, we're going to get dressed. Go get her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to answer this question, but I guess I would just take the hit on the Uber because I'm just not gonna leave her out there hanging, you know what I'm saying, by herself, regardless of what happened. I'm not gonna do that, and that's just there'll be more stuff to talk about when she gets home. But yeah, there's so much more you can go into with that question. But just to answer it, Uber or Lyft.
Okay, well, swing it on over to Hot Tower.
I'm on that same wave, man. Given the circumstance, will determine if I make that trip or not. But all things considered, she can hit that Uber, and then we'll figure it out later. But there does seem to be a discussion that's needed after that.
Chuck,
let me explain something to you niggas, man. Never in the history. See, y'all heard me say some things on the show about how I treat my wife, right? And one of those things is I don't necessarily want nobody doing things for her that I can do for her. Right? With that being said, never in the history of life would I send an Uber for my girl when I can go when the car is outside and I go get her myself. I'll go get her myself. I'll grab my 8-year-old, put him in the back seat with a blanket. I'm going to get my girl. This is not even it's not even a question. I was confused on why you brought this up. The only reason why this is a conversation to me is I'm intrigued about where she is at 3 a.m. That's why this is a little conversation. Like, why she's out the house at 3 a.m. without me or without a friend is beyond me. So that's a conversation. And if you're with a real one, you know why she's out, right? But if you with one of these bald-headed scallywag chicks, then you ain't no telling why she's out at 3 a.m., right? So it comes back to you and how you picked your lady. And then if you pick correctly, you'll know why the fuck she's out at 3 a.m. Ain't no additional conversation needed because you already know what the story is. Oh, well, she's a bartender, so she was getting off work. Okay, babe, shit happens with the car. I'll be there with the hurry upness. You niggas talking about, oh, I'll get her an Uber. Your girl out on the side of the road waiting for an Uber at 3 a.m. Uber gonna take 45 minutes to an hour. That is outrageous, nigga. There's no way I'm gonna have my girl waiting for no fucking Uber at 3 in the morning. Baby, I'll be there with the hurry up. Just don't worry about it.
You just added all that in to cater to your answer, though. You just added all that extra stuff in. Going by what the meme says, going by what. Okay, go ahead.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm tuned in. What did I say that was out of bounds? I said,
going by what the meme says, right? It doesn't say why she was out. It doesn't say what she was doing. It doesn't say she was stranded on the side of the road. Did it say that? Did I miss that?
That's why she's stuck.
She was stranded.
Yeah,
she was stranded.
No, on the side of the road. On the side of the road. Like on the highway. It just says she's stranded. She could have been outside in the parking lot at her job stranded.
Okay, all right. So let me go back and rephrase it. I don't care where the fuck she's stranded. Okay. It could be in a Walmart parking lot. There's no I'll be there right now. Don't you trip. Because that's our job. Like, you know, our job is to protect our ladies. Our job is to be there for them when shit goes sideways. They need to hear you be able to say, I got you. They don't need you to be able to say, okay, well, let me send somebody to come get you. Get the fuck out of here. Is you kidding? I'll be right there. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it. You know, we'll deal with
it. Okay. You know, well, I don't know. You know, when it comes to me, mama always told me don't be no fucking fool. Now, my girl and me communicate, right? So I should know where she's at, you know, if she's leaving out at a certain time of night and whatnot, because we talk. You know, if she goes somewhere, yo, I'm about to head out with my girls, you know, we're about to go party. You know, this guy right here, it doesn't seem like he was that in the care. So something else must be going on behind the scenes. Who knows? I don't know. But I don't know. I'm gonna ask that question. Where are you coming from at 3:00 in the fucking morning? It's COVID. There ain't nothing open. You know, she doesn't work right at that time. I mean, like, but yeah. I'll probably send the Uber also. I'll
Yeah,
probably send the Uber also.
listen,
I'm not.
listen, bro. Listen, I don't want to cut you off, but I'm on my Kanye shit right now. Like,
And Kanye is crazy.
your girl, get the fuck. Listen, if this is a
And
side
Kanye
chick,
is crazy.
if this is a side chick, if this is some scallywag you just knocking down on Tuesdays, okay, I get it, right? This is your lady, he said, and what we're talking about. She put the
Mm-hmm.
bat signal up. You turn over, put the pillow over your head. That's just outrageous to me, dog. Like, I don't get it. I totally don't understand that.
Hey, you just added that there.
Yeah, he did. But it's
on,
quite
man.
all right.
That's your
You
job,
know,
man. That's your job. Take care of your lady, man. Well, let her go. You don't want her. What Al Scratch say, man? If you don't want her, don't waste your time, bro. You clearly don't want her. If you're not willing to drive an hour to go get her, come on, man. Let her go.
You're right.
This is the guy in the themes problem. Like I said, me in real life wouldn't have that problem, but the guy in the theme, that's real. Me in real life wouldn't have that problem. So yeah, salute to the bozo that's allowing that. How about that, hot tub Tony? You know,
Hot tub, homie.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, no. Like, I don't even like let my girl take an Uber or a cab or anyway like to the airport. Nah, I got you. Like, I just come on, man. I don't. One of these episodes we have to have a conversation
where she's coming from and where she's going. You know where she's coming from and where she's going and when she's going. You already have that information. You know when she's at work and when she's not at work. You have that information. Right here, it doesn't say any of that. You know, she's just, I mean, she could have been just boinking off the next nigga. Like, she could have just been coming from Phoenix Suns, from the fucking bubble.
Oh, shit.
She could have been coming from the bubble. Got stranded.
Yeah.
But that's my woman. That's my girl. Okay, I'm going to go run out there like it. Yeah, all right.
That's your girl until otherwise, B. Until you find out otherwise, that's your lady. You got to treat her as such. So yeah, I mean that was an interesting conversation.
That's a crazy scenario because, like, again, okay, not knowing what's going on, that ride back to the crib is heated. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, what? He might fly off the hinge and you know what I'm saying, go upside her head. Like,
drop her back off.
Well, I'm not going that far, but
God willing. I mean, I don't condone that type of stuff, but I'm just saying what could happen in someone's mindset. Nobody likes to be woken up off their sleep, right? So you wake up off your sleep. Again, it's your lady, so I understand what Chuck is saying. But again, in the moment, in that car ride, that's going to be one of the most awkward car rides ever because it's going to be complete silence. You know what I mean? Like, and again,
it ain't gonna be no silence.
I guess I just think that y'all are assuming it's something nefarious.
Excuse me, Chuck?
Y'all are assuming it's something nefarious. Y'all are assuming it's something, you know what I mean, where she's acting out of pocket. I'm not immediately assuming that, and I didn't get that from the question that you asked. You know what I mean? So all I heard was damsel in distress. I didn't hear that she was out being a thought. That would be a whole different conversation. I didn't take that from what you read.
Yeah, I would just figure, you know, with the context clues, like if he wasn't in no rush to hurry up and get her, pick her up, something else is going on that he's not liking. Because
listen,
again, that is his girl.
A different scenario then.
But
it's a different scenario.
Listen, listen, everybody out there in the audience, don't be fooled. Chuck just playing a role because he's going to be the most forgiving this episode because none of us were forgiven this episode. You guys, you've been rocking with us for like 40 plus episodes. You know what Chuck's stand on here. Let's not be naive.
Babe, don't listen to these niggas. I'm there with the hurry upness. Don't worry about it. You send the bat signal up, I got you. You scallywags. Come on, man. It's a different thing.
And it all depends on the guy and his situation, man. Let that have been me, and Zoe was sleeping in the bed, man. And you know, well, actually, no, I won't even get into my shit. But I don't need all that. But we'll move on.
Let's move on. Let's move on before y'all get some exclusive content that y'all didn't sign up for. So we're gonna move on.
Zoe ain't telling on me. Dad
yeah,
made me
see?
get up at 4:00 in the morning.
Oh,
Nah, I don't need
shit.
all that.
Yo, let me tell you about little girls. Well, we'll talk about that some other time too. My little sister fucking like. Never mind. We'll talk about it. Mano, we got a main topic coming up. Holla at me.
All right. Yeah. So I posed a question in the group earlier. I don't remember where I swiped it from. I think it was something that we had maybe from a few years ago, but we didn't have this form to kind of put up there. So, true or false? This was in a sparring session earlier.
Mm-hmm.
A man's success has a lot to do with the kind of woman he chooses to have in his life. And so it was a couple comments going back and forth, true and false type of thing. So I am going to swing this on the round table. And as I can see it on my screen, so I'm going to start with the politician himself, Hightower, a.k.a. Hightower. Mr. Puma, what's up?
Yeah, so my wife was actually telling me about this. I didn't see it myself, but
That's the reason why I started with you.
Uh-huh.
That's the reason why I started with you.
I think it's a fine line where it plays a role, because you can be in a situation where a lady can show you things that you've maybe never seen, which can motivate you to do some things that you've never done. And you can be a certain age and not seen it up until that point. So in that scenario, then yeah, like it makes sense that she's shown you a new world that you may not have seen on your own. But at the same time, see, there's really no right or wrong answer here. I mean, for me,
Yes, there is.
I'm gonna err on the side of, oh hell yeah, I need a good woman can make the world of a difference. Speaking from experience, I've had some pretty good women in my life, and I've had some pretty not so good women in my life, and the trajectory of each of those situations, varies greatly. You know what I mean? So speaking from experience, I'm gonna say yeah, the right woman would make a difference.
Make a
Little.
difference.
Yep, I'm going to swing it the way I see it. So, Hightower, Mr. Mirror Time, it's on you.
As Casey said earlier, I am good all by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. That was her words, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna say false. You're your own person. I think you make yourself great. I mean, it starts with you. I would feel. I don't. I mean, yeah, maybe she'll give me a little push, but it's still you that has to go out there and do the work. I'll just have to say false. I don't.
Oppo.
Mm-hmm.
Mano, do me a favor, King.
Yep.
Read me that again, if you don't mind.
Not a problem. A man's success has a lot to do with the kind of woman he chooses to have in his life.
Okay. So listening to what you just said,
Yep.
it doesn't indicate that the kind of woman he chose in his life is good or bad. It doesn't say that there, right? It just says that we're talking about
His success.
his success is tied to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll take it from that. Are y'all okay with me taking that?
Okay.
A man's success.
I mean, yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong, because that's the assumption I'm making right now.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I guess you could look at that, but it's, yeah. Okay, good. We'll for argument's sake, go ahead.
My original point. So let me answer the question the way I see fit, man, and then we'll hash it out some more. But I'm gonna jump off here and say false first. Like, this is definitely false, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we know successful men who are single, right? Like so clearly
True.
a man's success can't be tied to a woman. A man's success is tied to his drive, ambition, aspirations, and dreams. That's what his success is, and work ethic.
Yeah.
So that's what his success is tied to. This is a statement that's made by women to improve their stock, to improve their importance in the why you deserve a man conversation. That's what this statement comes from. It comes from some woman who felt undervalued, and she wants to say out loud, "Oh, well, I'm the reason why a man is successful." No, bitch, no, you're not really. That's not really the case, right?
Yeah.
So let's also talk about a situation where this may be true, but not in the way that you thought. So, again, the sentence is saying a man's success is tied to the type of woman that he chooses, right? So let's say I wanted to say this was true, right? Here would be my logic. The logic is that I'm in a bad relationship, right? And stop me if I'm going down too far down memory lane because it's just real in my head right now, right? So I'm in a bad relationship with this broad who I'm like, I don't even want to be here. Like, she's feeling the same way. We around each other. We don't talk. Like you're in one of those kind of relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so your success now, or whatever you're dreaming in your head, is only created in the bubble because it's not something you're bouncing off the ideas off of her. You're not even talking to this bro. You know what I mean? So now your success is driven, being pushed, being motivated by getting away from this chick, right? That's what your goal is. That's why your dream, that's where your success is starting to bud from. But is she the cause of you reaching that success? Probably. She's motivating you to get away from her. So in that environment, the answer would be true. So I'm gonna say false because I don't want to give women that much credit. I think it's kind of downplaying a man who sits and he's shooting in the gym. It's downplaying the nigga who's up writing at 2 a.m. while she sleep. It's downplaying the nigga who, like, it's downplaying what you do to give her more credit. So I'm going to say fuck out of here with her. And the answer is going to be false.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna go with I like Casey's answer earlier. I feel like there is some truth to this, and so while I understand the fact that you should be self-sufficient, you should be a go-getter, you should have these qualities on your own. Sometimes some people can see things in you that you can't see in yourself, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes that can be a good woman that can see things and that can push you. And at the end of the day, we're a team. So who gets credit or whatever the case may be, fuck all that. I don't care about who gets credit for what. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm going to go with the politician on this one. And I feel like there is more truth than false in this situation.
I'm not surprised. I think what's happened over the last couple of episodes that Sammy and I have really been hitting the nail on the head in terms of answering these questions. And Ant and Jermaine have just been lost. So y'all definitely hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you think. I mean, listen, if you agree with me and Sammy, your head screwed on right, we move in the right direction. You know what I mean? I think that's all we can expect out of that, So holler at us in the comments too.
And if you want some more depth and more logic, then you holler at me and my man, the politician over there. We'll get you right. You know what I'm saying? Hot Tub Tony and freaking Mirror Time, these guys. Please beat it.
Horrible.
That does it for us today, fellas.
Yeah.
Y'all got any shout outs?
Well, before I go give the shout out, let me jump into this mirror time.
Don't do the mirror time. Let's end on the mirror time. Give me the shout out.
End on the mirror time today?
Yeah, let's end on it because those have been really good, and then we talk for another 10 minutes. So it's like, I want to end on a nice note.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I want to shout out LeBron James. Today he showed up to the practice with a "Make America Great" hat.
Oh.
Yes, he came with the the Donald Trump "Make America Great," crossed out the other bullshit, and said and find the cops, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor.
Salute to LeBron. He's always had his head on straight when it comes to politics and things off the court. You know, you couldn't ask for a better
Not
face
always.
of the league.
He's just come around more recently.
When did he have a slip up?
Uh, he had a slip up with the Mike Brown situation a few years ago. He's had a few slip ups. Yeah, he had a few slip ups. Yeah. The voice he has now, he didn't have then. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know, he doesn't want to fall in you know, that trap Jordan fell into where, you know, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Like there's been I'd have to look into it, and I mean I don't want to go down the rabbit hole about it, but
yeah,
you know, he seems to be a lot more informed nowadays to speak on things where before he wasn't. So he either didn't speak or he misspoke. But you know, shout out to LeBron because you know he's definitely, you know, taking the stand and using his platform as you expect guys in his stature to do.
Yeah, that's dope. Man, anything from you want to shout out from?
I just want to shout out my job, man. Again, community servants. This week, the CVS podcast came through with the camera, caught some clips in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You know, so shout out to them in that, man.
Dope, man. I can't wait for you to put something on the page, bro.
My job bumped me up too, so I'm doing something different. I'm in the production kitchen now. Cooking a little more than I was doing before when I got there. So salute to my job, you know what I mean, for putting the player on. You dig?
Salute. I got two shout outs I want to do real quick before we jump into the maritime, Sammy. Shout out the homie Jordan Rawls. He's a life coach, does a lot of fitness. Got a blog, so y'all check him out. He's really good. He's really a young cat that's up and coming, giving really great life advice. He's really dope on clarity and kind of focuses energy. So he's really refreshing young man. So check him out on jordanrawls.com. He's doing some big things over there. And then on a somber note, I want, you know, we got a fella that we all know relatively well. My brother, pardon me, because it's kind of tough for me to do this. But Dave Bovell, who's kind of been my guy since forever. You know, he's just one of those motherfuckers that's always positive. You know, I mean, you got like one or two people like that in your life, right? Like you never seen him have a bad day, never have an attitude. He's that guy. He lost his moms today, so that's incredible.
David Matt, right?
Yeah.
Since elementary school, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Those are my guys.
So R.I.P.
My condolences. Yeah.
You know, you always wish you could do something when somebody's going through something like that, man. And you know, you feel so helpless in these kind of cases. So I definitely wanted to shout him out, send some love his way.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Matt just get married last week or something like that?
I'm not sure. But yeah, I had to shout him out. So salute, D.
Damn, I wanted to give one more shout out, but I don't want to do it after that. I'm gonna.
Hey, you gotta close out after that one.
Yeah, Sammy, give me the mirror time, bro. Let's get out of here, man.
Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. And that's my mirror time today.
Sparring Minds.
Another episode of Sparring Minds.
Another one in the books. We appreciate y'all tuning in. You know, go cop the lighter. We got some merch coming to y'all real soon. Y'all stick around. It's gonna be some dope things dropping. Are we gonna make an announcement here, Ian? Or are we gonna wait till tomorrow and do something? How we gonna? We're not gonna do nothing. Let's just get out of here. Let's get out of here. I said we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. Y'all know me. I'll talk for another 15 minutes, man. Sparring Minds, Charles Jones.
Hi, Tower.
I'm Sam Little, Mr. Maritime.
Yeah, Mr. Chef Nate Thompson. Fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. We ain't even attempting that shit. All right, we'll see y'all next go round. Friday Night Live, you dig?
Yes.
It's
Yo, I was
horrible.
sitting here waiting